Hi everyone, and welcome to this month's masterclass. And today we're going to be talking about being productive versus being busy. This is something that I sort of chat to quite a lot with my clients and generally just a lot of people, because we just get our life wrapped up in busyness and not always achieving stuff. So are you being busy, or are you actually being productive? Because I think sometimes we need to just stop and look and think about it. In today's masterclass, we're going to talk about the difference between making life busy and actually achieving what we need to do so we can live our life to the full. So do you hear yourself saying, I'm too busy, I don't have time to do that? Or when you're catching up with someone, you're like, I've got this and this and this to do. And oh God, you just feel like there's lists of things and you're running around and you just do. You're doing all the time. We've all heard the saying, and I know it's quite common now, but me and a good friend, Kerry, who's in this as well, come up with the saying, oh God, I can't even remember the years, how many years ago it was, about being, so about doing or being. We can always say, I'm doing this, I've got this to do, that to do, or I'm being in the moment. And that is really what a lot of this is about. That's much more of a spiritual way of I'm doing stuff on a conscious level, or I'm being in the moment. But when you put it down to being busy and then being productive, it's actually the same thing. So why do we make our lives busy? Well, to really understand it, we have to understand what the words mean. So busy is having a great deal to do. We're keeping oneself busy. But what it actually means is busy means we don't have to complete anything or achieve something. Busy actually is procrastination. So I'm not very good with that word. It never comes out right. Busy is an avoidance. We make ourselves so busy and have so much to do. We're running around doing things. We don't achieve anything. So it is a procrastination and avoidance. So why are you always making yourself busy? What is stopping you be productive? So let's understand what productive means, and that's achieving a specific amount of stuff. It means completing something. It means growing and moving forward. Do you feel that in you? Because I know some of us do. When we need to actually do something and move forward with something, we have that panic. Why do we have that panic? And this is what is stopping us completing, growing and moving forward. It's fear. This is one of the biggest things that stops us getting to where we want to go. We don't always realize it on a conscious level. It could be a subconscious thing. We could be fear of not doing something right, or fear of not being good enough. There's fear of being successful. It doesn't matter if that's in a career, your own business, or just in life. Well, I can't finish that and achieve it, because it might not be good enough, so I won't do that. I won't get to the end just in case I do it wrong, or I don't want to be successful at doing that. I just want to be, struggling and stuck in this. We sometimes have fear of change, which stops us. And a big one that most people don't even realize is we have fear of being happy. If any of you have read my book or worked with me quite a lot, the fear of being happy is inbred into us. It comes from our past and what we have watched through our families and people around us. It is the patterning we've had. This is the amount of happiness we're allowed, which then makes us get the fear of change, because if we change and do something different, you know, we're stopping ourselves, because we could be too happy if we do that. We could be too happy if I'm successful. You know, what if it's not good enough? But does it matter if it's not good enough? But these are fears we all have. Does it matter if we get it right or wrong? So when we're in our fear, we're in our ego steps in. Our ego is not always about like being brash and somebody's ego is really confident and everything. Our ego can be on both ways. It can pull us back as well, because what it's actually doing when it's stopping us achieving something and keeping us busy in life is protecting our unconscious mind. It's creating distractions. And it does this because it's making you avoid the issue to feel and look good on the outside. So the ego wants us to feel good. It wants us to look good and feel good, you know, wants to have that thing. So it will create distractions and anything for us to do it wrong and not look good. But it's also stopping you achieving your dreams and goals. So this is why we're not so productive. To change, we need to have our mindset on board. We need to retrain our mind. And a good way of doing this is by stopping using the word busy, like I'm busy. And what you do is you take that word away completely and you just look at the things we need to do. We need to, I'm going to achieve this and this and this today. I'm going to do this and then that, because it's going to get me where I want to go. So changing our wording is just great. We talk about this a lot with our mindset. You know, it's like, I have anxiety. Or you can say, I can get anxious when I'm in a situation. It doesn't mean you have it and you carry it. Like saying, I'm busy, and then you're always busy. There's always something to do. And because you're busy, you start the day feeling you're busy. And because you've got so much, you're running from one thing to another. And then we then carry on putting more and more things in. So if we take that away and we realize what it is we want to achieve, then the mindset will change. And to do that, well, actually, if you go to the one at the bottom, is know what it is you want to achieve, know your goal, to stay focused and to be productive. When we have our whys, there's two different whys here. You know, when we have the why of what we actually want, we can set our path. But if we don't know that, we can't actually move forward. We're just going to be busy going around. So you need the why of knowing the goal and where you want to go. And also you can ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it really priority? Is it what I really want to do? And does it get me where I want to go? Do I really need to run to the shop to get this because I didn't feel that it's not in the cupboard, or I want to have this? Or am I just doing that to keep myself busy, to fill the thing? Does that achieve what I want to achieve? So we need to change the wording. And when we go to do something, ask why you're doing it. Does this give me what I need? And if it's a no, and that could even be, why am I doing this? Why am I going to meet some people for drinks? I don't really want to, or I'm meeting up for coffee to have. But as I went, I don't want to. It's not achieving what I need to. Are you going somewhere because someone's invited you and you really, really think you have to be there, or just because you've been invited? Do I really need to do this today? Or am I making my life really busy today by adding one more thing in? Do I really need to go and pick up this straight away, or go to the shops and do that? Or can I do that another day? Or can I meet my friends another day because I need to get this done to achieve something for me? It's different if a friend or something really needs your help and you need to be there. And there's always times we have to drop things for us, for other people. But if it's this like constant, just adding things in for the sake of it, do we really need to do it? Think about what you are doing. And that's where we go into being in the moment. So when you are doing something, you're not just doing it and running from one to the other. That's busyness. You're there doing it, achieving it, and getting to the end result to get your goal. That's being productive. And sometimes we need to carve some time out for that. And that's where you have to pick and choose what you're doing. So you take more time to focus on what it is you want to achieve. And other things we can try, we can delegate, because we can't do everything. One, because there's not always enough time, but also we physically cannot do everything. We cannot be good at everything. Know what you're not good at. If something you need to do to achieve your goal scares you, whatever it is, or your brain doesn't work that way, you don't do numbers, you can't sit and write and do something, you hate forms for whatever reason, or making something is what you need to do, but it's not your thing, delegate it to someone. Give yourself time to do what you are good at to achieve what you want to achieve. That's being productive. This can be, all these things we're talking about being productive is not always about being just if you're working and it's a career, or you're running your own business. This is just life. There's lots of things in life that keeps us busy. When we delegate out, and that can be for work, I'll give you this job to do. Or if you run your own business, this gives you a bigger picture of it. Because when you do run your own business, you're everything. You're the accountant, you're the salesperson, you actually got to do the job. You then got to do invoicing, and then you've got to go to the bank, and then you've got to deal with something else, and then you've got to be techie nowadays, and then you've got to understand this. There's loads of things in my business that I'm not brilliant at, so I delegate that to someone else. You either have to pay in that situation, or you get someone else. In life, we have to do that. We can ask someone else to do something, or we can pay someone else to do something if it's not. If it's going to cause you stress, you're then just spending time or wasting time doing stuff which is just making you busy instead of getting on and doing something else. If you needed to bake a cake to go somewhere, but making a cake's not your thing, but you know someone else that can, and they wouldn't mind doing you a favour, then get them to do it and you achieve something else. Because we will stop ourselves doing that thing that we need to do if we're scared of it or we just don't like it. Certain things we have to face and get on with and learn to deal with it. And that being productive is understanding what you can't do and what you need to learn and find ways of getting around it. And even if it's not complete delegation, is ask for help and support. Ask someone to help you go through it. And realize that don't get angry while you're doing that with the person that's helping you because you're in your fear. Be honest and go, I'm really struggling with this. I don't understand it. I'm going to need you to explain a few times because otherwise I don't want to be snapping. So yeah, support delegation is a great thing you can try. These might not all work for all of you. Another one is writing lists and put in order the priority and urgency for certain things. You know, if there's certain things that need to be done first and you know you're going to be thinking, put them at the top of your list so you can focus on them and spend that time on them, because we will go down to the things that are easier. It's what we do. We're creating distractions. I'll get this done because I'm going to avoid this. Some people say, give yourself time slots. Work out how long something's going to take and give you a time slot. I'm going to do this from 12 to 1. This semi works for me. I have ideas that I'm going to do this, this, and this throughout my day. Some people say that they give themselves half hour to make them stay focused because they know they can do it in half hour, so they get it done. Generally, if I'm having to type and write and things like that, things take me longer. So, delegating thing, I have to make sure my time's bigger, or I just know I'm going to start here. And then when I finish, I'm going to move on to the next one. But do it how it works for you. Because everyone is really different on those things. So just think about why you're doing it. What is it that where's your fear coming from? So why am I making myself busy? When you go to do it, why am I doing this? Is it important? Do I need to do it now? Or do I need to get on with the other stuff? Find out what it is that you really, really want so you can then just stay focused on that. Try delegating. And try stopping yourself to use the word busy. Not I had a busy day as, God, I was productive today. By changing that from busy to productive can really change the mindset. So just a quick recap. Busy means we don't have to complete or achieve something. Productive is achieving a specific amount of stuff. We're completing, growing, and moving forward. So figure out what it is you want to achieve so you can focus on moving forward and start to become aware you're very much aware that this is something I talk about all the time. Be self-aware of what you're doing. Stop and ask yourself when you've heard yourself say, I'm busy, or I can't do that, I'm busy, or I've got so much on. Am I being busy, or am I actually being productive? What do I need to do to make myself productive, to achieve what I need to achieve? I hope this helps and gives you a few tips. Like always, make sure that you like it, to let me know that this was something you got some help from. Also, write anything at the bottom. If you have any questions, if you want to private message me, please do. We can talk about this and break down what's going on. We can also have a one-to-one and do any clearing with stuff that's stopping you move forward. If you're really finding that you're not being productive in life, or you're not achieving the goals you want to have. So I hope this helped, and I will see you soon. Bye.